Cancers. Spirit, what do you see for Cancers this year? So I'm getting a lot in May and I'm getting a lot in June. I do feel I feel like I'm looking a little bit at like, February, examining some of these themes, almost like they start to come up in February, but May and June, they're getting bigger and bigger. And so it feels to me like we're looking a lot at savings, especially in the month of May. And it's kind of like the first 3 weeks or so, you're saying like, do I have enough? Or at least you should be saying, do I have enough? What do I have in my savings? If there is any at all, can you somehow create a savings? Or at the very least, can you make sure you're dotting your I's, you're crossing your T's, and you're taking care of things that need to be repaired? You're making sure that everything is in order so that things run more smoothly. I think that this is not only to maintain, but it's also for outlets of leveling up and greater prosperity going into the month of June. So that seems to have two bigger hits. I do feel like I'm looking at maybe the beginning of the second week and then maybe like the end of the third week or something like that, where you could have a couple increases that you can use. And these aren't short-lived. This is something that you can bank on, put away, use for investment, or be able to count on for the long term, for the long haul. Then we're looking at September and a bit into October. I'm feeling like really hard work in September. It's like nose to the grind time again, with potential for leveling up, leadership, promotion, graduation, something like that. And then in October, I'm feeling like there's a lot going on with the heart. So love affair, possibly meeting a soulmate or members of your soul tribe entering in, and you figuring out what this means for you, what you're comfortable with, and what you want your life to look like in regards to relationships with other people. Christina, what do you got?
That's funny. Like, I felt like you were looking at my notes.
I'm not looking at her notes. We do this all the time.
No, this is like adjustments definitely need to be made for Cancer. It's Saturn's in the 8th house, asking you, where are you going to be a boss? Where are you going to be responsible? 8th house is shared finances. It's also, deep intimacy, deep fears, secrets, where, traumas that you've had. You're going to have to kind of look, and you're going to, I keep thinking therapy with this, like, getting, psychotherapy, like getting this out into the open and becoming more responsible. This is also shared finances. And then there is an adjustment to Uranus. There is, there's a shift there. There's a struggle. And this has to do with the 11th house, which is friends, acquaintances, hopes, wishes, and dreams in your community. So, this is like, where do you have to be responsible in order to be more free? And the 11th house, is those groups that you hang out with. So there are definitely adjustments here in these two areas. Mercury retrograde in the 8th. So that's, again, that shared finances, that traumas that you hold, the fears, the secrets. So you're rethinking all these things and hopefully getting them out. Then the second Mercury retrograde is in the 12th, so that has to do with spiritual connection, karmic endings. And then the third one is going to be in your 4th house, which is family. It's like you're kind of going to go within, think about your foundations, rethink your foundations. Money. And I had the same for money. June and July, you can make a lot of money, but you can also spend a lot of money too. So you want to just be careful with that. Eclipses, the 6th and the 12th. So the shifts really are, the point of crisis really have to do with like physical health, getting your physical health in order, your day-to-day habits, making sure that you are, letting go of karmic cycles, dream space, making your daily habits a priority, making sure that they're healthy, your mental thoughts, making sure that those are healthy. What have you learned? The 12th house can be like what you learned, because it's the completion of a cycle. So sometimes you have hindsight and you can kind of look back and say, oh, I should have done this, or I should have done that. Like, you kind of can look at that. And also 6th is work too. So shifts there with work as well. And we have, for love, we have November. I had Mars enters Scorpio. So I think this is a really good time if you're looking to meet somebody.
Sounds like Cancers have a lot of hard work
Cancer really didn't have it so easy last year. So
Or last year, yeah.
yeah, so like you have to Cancers kind of have to, we kind of have to take what happened and figure out what we learned and then kind of apply that. So